Welcome to Azure Infinitum Podcast. This is your host, Reika Fujishima, also known as Hikaru Kazushime, across Azure Infinitum and the internet. Here with us today is our team of hosts on our podcast, and rejoining none other than Baby Shoes, back on the podcast this week. Welcome back, baby.
Thank you. Good to be back.
So, what have you been up to lately, Baby Shoes? We want to know.
I have been juggling children. You can take that literally if you like. I have been screwing up my sleep cycle even more than it was screwed up. So I've been kind of up and down and all over the place. And I've been lost and came back up for air playing Vampire Survivors. It's my third game I've maxed out on Steam. I got all 162 achievements on it.
Nice.
And,
very nice.
The Steam Deck definitely got some run on there as well. It's a great game. It's the best $4 or $5 you'll probably ever spend on a game if it clicks with you. You know, I'd say like play it like maybe 2 or 3 times and then decide if it's for you or not. But if it's for you, you'll fall right into that game. And I just been watching the gaming news and watching all the tech related news for the last month or so. I haven't been on the podcast and it's been pretty crazy. So that alone's been keeping me busy. So.
All right. Yeah, there's a lot of stuff getting announced lately, and we had the DICE Awards recently, where Vampire Survivors actually got another huge batch of nominations, and I think they might have taken a couple awards, if I remember correctly.
Well deserved.
Fun that we had the Game Awards podcast episode where we went over all the nominees a couple months ago. When after we did that, I was thinking to myself, there's going to be a lot of other games that are in those nominees lists that are going to continue to get awards for a while, but I think now that we've reached the DICE Awards, it's kind of like that. I'm pretty positive it's like that last bastion of those same games getting lists of awards, because God of War is still killing it in the award shows, and so we're seeing a couple games that we theorized would get awards elsewhere that did pick up some nice awards too. But Vampire Survivors is like very hot and very much being recommended everywhere, and I have yet to play it, but I plan to. But I've seen a ton of footage, and it looks like a lot of fun. So I don't blame you at all for killing lots of time in that game.
Yes, it's very charming. It's very well written. All the little in jokes in it are pretty hilarious.
It was made by one person.
Yeah, originally, yeah. He's got a team and stuff now. But it's originally one person. Yeah,
originally one guy. That's amazing.
Yeah, any kind of game like that and like Stardew Valley and stuff like that just amaze me.
Wasn't it written in JavaScript as well?
I believe so. Yeah.
Yeah, something like that. Yeah, it's crazy. Yeah, I saw that there was a whole category for games made by very limited resources category, and I thought that was interesting because I didn't see a category like that in Game Awards. But yeah, it's really awesome. I tried my hand one time at solo making a game some years ago. A lot of people don't know this, but that whole idea turned into a novel I've been writing now for a while.
Nice.
But hey, there's always hopes for making maybe like a visual novel someday. Yeah.
For sure. Yeah, I tried using RPG Maker one time, and yeah.
Oh, those are fun to play with.
I need a team for this.
Yeah, those are a lot of fun to play with. I know Ari was really wanting to do something like that too. But coming up in our community, we have our St. Patrick's Day style event that we've been talking about quite a bit more lately. We're going to be making some announcements this coming weekend at the next assembly. But we mentioned this on our last podcast. We had plans for a first ever St. Patrick's type event for Azure. Now, most of the events that we do that are holiday based, these are all based on like in-game holidays that they've created, like how they have Starlight Day for for the Christmas season. Hatching Tide is like Easter, and this is in Final Fantasy 14 Online where our core is. But as far as I know, there's actually like not a FF14 version of St. Patrick's Day. So we made our own, and it's going to be awesome. And it's called Azure Spring Festival, and Spring Festival has a little subtitle that's the Maiden's Lament Festival, and it's got a little bit of a lore history to it, like a lot of holidays do. Sometimes holidays are created by things that are kind of strange or things you don't expect, and then people celebrate them wildly different than how they were originally, like years and years later. So there's this little
oh, you mean like Christmas?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. That's a great example. That's a great example. Quite a bit. I mean, I don't know a lot of people who actually like carve out each other's brains on Halloween, but I mean, there's that if that's your thing. But during Azure Spring Festival, Maiden's Lament, we will be having a web page coming up on AzureInfinitum.com that's going to detail all of those events for that day. It's a single day event, very, very similar to how we do our other seasonals. Will be a little bit. It'll pack a little bit more punch than our Valention's one. Valention's was probably the most casual special event that we've ever done, and we know the the Red Mage run at the end didn't exactly work out, but we got some fun plans in store for this next Sunday, not this Sunday, but this next Sunday, the 19th. So if you're listening, and we're recording this on a Friday, so we know that this episode will be out within a couple days, so there's plenty of time to get ready for that. Bring your green garb, please. As many people in green, and this is a rare thing. We're always blue, right? So bring some green garb.
Orthard blue.
It's going to be some, Orthard blue. Orthard blue is our main blue shade. But in game the gear doesn't always color the same, with dyes. Yeah. Like some of the dyes are different.
I've had to use Storm and Raptor to fill in a couple of times.
Yeah, so we provide all these like different shades in our FC chest in game in 14, but this time there's no official green, so just any green, any shade of green. There's a little story, like I said, about how and why this festival started in the Village of Mist, where we are in 14. And there's a whole little mini story. I know folks here on the podcast, some of us had a chance to see that little story earlier. But there might be some quirky things you're not expecting, and some great prizes as well in store, which is usual for our special events. We give away great prizes, and now that we have Patch 6.35 out, there's all sorts of things to look forward to, and we're gonna delve into a little bit of what we've been doing in the current patch in 14. It's the other half of I don't know if it's equivalent to half, but it's the other chunk of 6.3 that we're in right now in the Endwalker expansion. So we're 4 expansions in. We're halfway through the 4th expansion. There's a whole new deep dungeon. We're going to talk about that in a minute. And new tribe quests, and a lot of fun. So, but don't forget this next coming Sunday, the 19th. And here's the fun part. You guys. That's not our only special event this month. That is only the first one. You guys remember the? You're okay. You guys remember the other big thing we got going on at the end of the month?
Don't we have our Azure Fest this week? Or this month?
Absolutely. Yeah, Azure Day. Yeah, Azure Day, March 2023 returns this year in March. We actually skipped our first quarter's Azure Day last year. A number of things going on in our community, and just decided to skip it. So this year, we're bringing back the first Azure Day of the year. That is not an anniversary or a summer festival or anything else. It is a classic 2-day Azure Day weekend. Coming to you on the 25th and the 26th of this month. That is a Saturday and a Sunday, with events beginning at noon PST, which is 3 p.m. on the Eastern Coast, and that is 2 p.m. Central. Like I said, the events run all day, back to back, all kinds of stuff that we do during Azure Days. If you've been listening to our podcast for a while, you might remember how crazy our anniversary was, or maybe the celebration we had in the summer. We do these, back-to-back hourly. Sometimes they're 2 hours, but most of them are about an hour long. Parades, game shows, races, giveaways, raffles, prizes, confetti explosions, you name it.
Oh my God.
It's a it's a good time. It's a good time, and everybody in the community is welcome. From our allies to our Discord members. If you're on another server but you're in our Discord, come along anyway. We're just gonna have a lot of fun and celebrate our community. That's what we do. We do these quarterly, but the others are the others have different themes. They have, like I said, Summerfest and our anniversary. But let's just let everybody know here on the podcast that if you're listening, we are going to have some major announcements coming out soon. Like I said, there's the page for the St. Patrick's Day event, Azure Spring Festival 2023, and like there is going to be a separate page for the brain fart, the Azure Day weekend at the end of the month. So, and don't forget, everything gets announced through our Discord as well. So if you, if you don't check our website, you're going to find it on the Discord, vice versa. And like I said, there'll be a special page for that detailing all events. You guys excited? You guys excited for special events this month?
Oh,
sure. There's some crazy stuff going on.
As always.
We not only get to see a big group shot wearing green, which is something we've never seen before.
I didn't even think about that.
Yeah. Big commemorative shot. We're definitely going to have that. That's a staple of our events, our special events, and a big green shot. So wear green. We want to bring as much luck as possible to the grouping for the screenshot, and then maybe that luck will carry with us throughout the rest of the year. But coming up March Azure Day is just going to be just massive celebratory weekend. So definitely look forward to that.
Please look forward to it.
Please look forward to it.
I knew that was coming. So I gotta wait. What were we gonna say, Glitch?
I was gonna say. So, are we going to be having our usual hide and seek game in Mist, or?
Very
I don't
likely.
think we've announced the events quite yet.
There's no official announcements just yet. Since we're having the assembly soon, there will be information at the assembly on Sunday, and then there's going to be the Discord event list as well as the website page for the events. So all of that will be revealed, and anyone that's that might wish to within our support and leadership team, if you want to help out with something or have an idea for an event. More than welcome, because if
I have a suggestion for the hide and seek, if that is indeed what we do.
Sure. Yeah. What's that?
Let's have it in a forested spot so everybody can blend in with their green.
Ooh, that's a good idea.
Oh my!
East Shroud.
just do it all in the
Something
shop.
like
Yeah, Soflan's hide and seek.
What's this?
Like I go through
the seeking ones.
Yeah. When I go through the south. When I go wander around the ARR areas, sometimes, I'll be like, this is a good spot to hide.
Oh yeah,
especially
definitely traveling around the world, you see those spots, and you're just like, man, I've done it before.
So
I found a spot where I just started laughing and cackling to myself, and everybody around me was like, "What are you laughing at?" And I was just like, just this evil laugh, like just knowing that in the future we're gonna end up there and be like, I'm gonna use this, totally visible.
Air quotes on that. I think I know what area you're talking about, and that is pure evil every time, Reika.
There's a couple of them. There's that East Thanlan one where you're near the Aetherite, and there's that little hole that everybody flies past. It's like it's on the second story of that building.
That was evil.
Oh my gosh, I've gone in there and worn all black before.
Yeah.
At night.
So good.
Oh, it's so funny. And then there's of course that spot in Kurthis that everybody hates so much.
Yes.
Yeah, that Kurthis. I can't believe I found you that last time. I made a beeline exactly to where you were.
It's so funny. So funny. Yeah, that spot, it's funny, so it's this little rock that's in a cave out in this very snowy place called Kurthus. If you're not in 14 or haven't got there yet, Western Kurthus is a Heaven's Word area for the first expansion of the game. There is this one little cave, and there's a space behind the rock, and almost every angle possible, you would never see anybody hiding back there. But it goes down a ways, behind the rock. And there was a time, the first time I found that spot, I want to say it was like 2015 or 2016, and a friend showed me that spot actually while we were creating a old mini game for one of the early Azure days, and they were like, "Man, wouldn't this be like hilarious if we use this?" And I'm like, "Yeah, that's so evil." And I just happened to remember it from all of those years ago, and a couple Azure days back, we tortured a portion of the FC with me hiding there. But hey, totally visible. Our rule is 30% visible, so definitely visible. Yeah. Just at the right angle.
Nice.
But yeah, forested area, that makes me want to make a sylph joke, like hiding ones and seeking ones.
This one is looking for
walking ones, hiding ones.
Seeking one is finding the
hiding from the walking ones.
Mm-hmm.
Would Mikote be meowing ones?
Meowing.
Oh my god!
We'll see. Mikote.
Chaos is real.
Mikote don't really meow though. Like.
Yeah, we don't meow.
Unless you like to talk to cats, actual cats. But there's some things in the lore that does reference Mikote's feelings about actual cats, and they don't like being compared to them. I know that from one of the descriptions. I think was it the fat cat description? There was a description somewhere that says that they don't like being compared to them. I don't know which cat it was, but there's a cat in the game that it says that on.
So it's kind of like a Goofy and Pluto thing. Like they kind of like acknowledge that the other one exists.
Yeah, it's like
Goofy Pride.
Because they have similar features with their ears, but they don't like being compared to them.
Yeah. Because Goofy is a dog too, and he's got his own car and it's all that stuff and clothes, and then Pluto's sent to the doghouse.
Right. Goofy has no problem with Mickey just having another dog as a pet.
There's like Pluto, but yeah.
Yeah. How's that work?
I don't know. I saw a theory that Goofy was actually a cow. I don't know if you guys have seen that theory, but because of one of his original drawings was a cow, but
and he always hooks up with what's her name, Lulabelle, right?
Exactly. Yeah.
Clarabelle, she's a cow.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well,
how did you get up here?
A lot of jumping.
Are you guys in game right now?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
We're in Destiny.
Which game are you in, though?
Yeah, I was gonna say, like, which game? So, question for you guys: who here has gotten the chance to delve into some new FF14 Patch 6.35 content?
Me.
Reboot Hildy.
Everybody?
I love the Hildy. I haven't touched the new D dungeon yet, but the new Hildy is amazing.
Yeah.
The only thing I've done is look for the because I hear pray tell there's more triple triad cards, so I went and looked to see if
there's always more of triple triad.
I didn't see any more in there, so that was the extent of me going into the 6.35. I haven't really been playing seriously too much lately. I think I'm saving it up for when like the item level 630 gear starts dropping, and then I'm gonna just go all in and just gear everybody up. So I've been kind of like taking it easy
right now, or 630 weapon right now.
Yeah, it's true, but yeah, I kind of want like that like final set of like normie gear. So I think I was gonna wait and then just grind all that stuff out. So right now I'm just like just chilling, playing on my ult and just running errands and stuff.
Nice.
I mean, if you're like 6'10", even like you can handle anything pretty much. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, you have to be the max all the time, especially if you're not like savage raiding. But
I got my 620 pants the last event that we did on Tuesday for my dancer. That was the last piece I actually needed.
Oh, that's so funny! I got the aiming body piece in the same one.
Nice, very very.
So you got the aiming pants.
Yeah, I got the pants. That was the last piece I needed for the left side, so I can stay ahead of Misty, so I can beat him in PvP.
I like how that's our benchmark, is just being better than Misty.
Yeah, Samurai versus Dancer. Let's run it back.
Hey, there is a this hasn't really been announced anywhere, and nothing official yet, but there is a pretty soon coming up Azure PvP tournament. We got to do the Grand Duel tournament soon. I meant to actually include that into some recent events, but I think it's going to be best set for the coming Azure Day. So please look forward to that too.
I'm doing the whole eyebrows raised, lip puckering, like, ooh, really?
Well, we haven't done the grand duel tournament in quite a while. Like it's been a hot minute. And so we got to bring that back. I think it was it last summer? It's normally something we would do quarterly.
Yeah, I was saying we did. Last one was in July.
Yeah, so we skipped one. I think it was around the anniversary area, but we had so much going on for our anniversary that we just kind of were like, well, we'll start the new year with it. So since I know it's already March, we're 3 months in, but it is the first major special event of the year. So we should see that coming back here pretty soon. No details yet of whether that's going to be standalone or included in Azure Day, but it'll most likely be included in Azure Day, probably this Sunday, since it's usually a Sunday thing that we do, and not just because of our event, but it's always worked out really well on a Sunday. So, so we in patch 6.35, we've got the new Deep Dungeon, Eureka Orthos, not to be confused with Eureka the Forbidden Land. This is a totally different place. There's as I understand it, it's an Allegan place underneath the Crystal Tower or something, very similar to the Final Fantasy III Eureka, which is underneath the Circus Tower. I don't know if that's a direct reference or not. Probably is, since Yoshida loves Final Fantasy III, and there's it is a deep dungeon. So deep dungeon, that's a lot of levels of grinding down to the bottom if you're solo, like some crazy people. But I haven't got the chance to check that out at all. I'm really not much into deep dungeons. Like
was that Claudia on that grind for a minute?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure.
Claudia,
Ospo,
well, Kieran did it too.
A couple other people are going really, really hard on the current one.
Like if you saw
a 4-man group going for it.
Over on Azure Twitter, we featured Kieran's Necromancer title, which is really hard to get. There's that. So we've got some major deep dungeon players. It's just something that like when Palace of the Dead came out, I got into it, cleared up to 50, but ignored it for all the years since. So going back in there not that long ago during a Dungeon Delvers event that we did for Azure Day, just was so weird. And then I barely touched Heaven on High. So I had no real reason, just not a lot of time outside of the normal stuff, I think. But it does look really neat. It's a big contrast to the other deep dungeons as far as visually. It's very Allegan. So if Allegan, ancient tech designs and all that stuff that they have, looks really neat. Other than that, there is the new Loporrit's tribe quest, which is amazing, and immediately.
Oh my god! So
actually, that one I think I'm going to skip right to and just do that one because just the screenshots alone were like, "What the hell is this?" I got to find out.
So the music is awesome, for one thing.
The emote,
the music, the characters, the jokes, the references. It's all there, so definitely check out the Loporrit's tribe quests.
I will.
It's a lot of fun. It is a crafting one though, so you do have to have a crafter leveled up to 80? I think they let you start it at.
Probably 81.
Yeah, but 81. Yeah, so that way you can people can make use of it to get to 90.
Which is good. That'll actually make me use my crafters because I have all of them except for 3 of them up to 90 right now.
And one last note before we move on from the deep dungeon. I haven't checked today, and who knows what the state will be by the time we release the podcast, but special shout out to our very own Claudia Oslesi, who, as of Thursday night, was the top samurai on Aether for it.
Yeah. Oh shit.
Yep.
Yeah.
I don't doubt it.
Claudia no life's deep dungeons.
Yeah, that is not shocking to me.
Yeah.
If there is soloable content, Claudia will go hard on it.
Yeah, it's quite an achievement.
I think Blood's twice as far as literally anyone else on Sam.
I was telling Misty, hey Misty, you need to do the Loporrit's.
You should, Mist.
He should.
I haven't done any Beach Tribe quests since the first time I tried to do one of the ARR ones.
Well, these are a lot different
better now.
Yeah,
they're so much better now.
You get a tank,
I know. I need to do that one.
You'd be really surprised. Like a lot of these are like things you can do in like under 10 minutes most of the time.
Yeah.
You know, you run out there, you grab 3 quests, you run A to B real fast, and come back and turn them in. And they're nice little stories too. You know, we know the Loporrits are the rabbits that live on the moon. Not a huge spoiler, since that is information you can find out in other parts of the game. But I won't talk about why they're there or how they got there. But for the tribe quests, we know them as these beings that constantly want to make the people of Aetheris happy. Their original purpose didn't fully get used, so they're making other uses of their home on the moon to bring entertainment and joy to people. And one of those things was basically creating like a mini rave fun time area with awesome chiptune music.
Yes.
And it's pretty good. It's pretty good. Like if you're down or feeling sad at all, these guys will cheer you up, because man, when I did the quest, I wasn't even in a sad mood. I was just very just chill, and then I was immediately in a happy mood by the end of unlocking them, because they're so funny. And it's so lighthearted and hilarious when you see them get their own little uniforms and dance and stuff. The DJ Loporrit, you never know what Square is going to do with this game, I swear. Spinning way.
and then there was that whole stunt with Tweeting Way on my.
Oh yeah.
That was so
Tweeting
good.
Way, I know, yeah. But the Loporrits always have Way on the end of their names, and so you can basically have anything Way. Like, it's hilarious. Like, we all remember Morbing Way.
Yes.
Yep.
That's the
Pudding Way.
Oh yeah, Pudding Way, and but Morbing Way was our personal joke. That was back when we saw Foxclon. He put on the human Loporrit garb, which was as funny as it was equally terrifying.
Yeah.
Reika, I have made a cursed meme where I put Morbing Way's body. Not body. Morbing Way's head onto onto Godbert's body.
Why?
Yeah, didn't you post that in the Discord?
I'm not even gonna question it. You're just
wait.
I thought
you want to see that?
Oh my god.
Yeah, I think I saw that when you put that on the Discord.
Yeah, I did it a while back. Yeah.
Wait.
Yup.
Maybe I saw that too. Now that it's really familiar. Now, why do? Why is this a familiar thing?
Why is this a thing?
It's so cursed.
Same guy that I did.
That's just what Glitchy does.
It's the same guy that I made this monstrosity.
Wait, can we see the Morbing Way head again? Do you have it handy?
Why?
Hold on. I gotta find it.
We are anxiously awaiting to viewing the Morbing Way again.
Where in the heck did I find it? I'm looking through all of my pictures.
You just keep looking for it.
Where's Morbing Way? Oh my god. Okay.
What's funny is Foxclon. He likes to do like a different costume each year for the anniversary. And every anniversary they do a 14-hour broadcast, and it is awesome.
It's insane.
I don't always make it to
by
it
the end of it,
but when we try to watch it together, we actually did a full-on first ever Azure watch party for the 14-hour broadcast. We usually do it for FanFest, but we did it for the 14-hour broadcast in was it August last year? Oh my god, it really we really made it 14 hours together. A lot of us, and other people, some people passed out 7 times. Some people passed out and came back several times. Yeah. But we were doing raffles and laughing at stuff on the stream. Yeah.
I remember that. I remember when you guys started doing it, and I logged and went to sleep and woke up, and I was like, "You guys are still at it?"
Oh man. Yep. Well, 5 more months, and we're going to be doing it again.
Nice.
It's only 5 months from now.
Not wait, especially because I did not, unfortunately, have any luck in the NA FanFest lottery.
Oh.
You know what else is in 5 months? The 10th anniversary of A Realm Reborn. The 10th anniversary is this year. It's incredible.
I ain't got no words for that.
Yeah, it really is the 10th anniversary, and they said they were going to go all out, and there's a lot to look forward to. Yoshida was talking about a 16 crossover. The 10th anniversary stuff. There's FanFest.
I've seen these memes of
7.0 info by the end of the year.
Yeah. He was like, I'd really love to do it, but I'd have to talk to this other Yoshida guy about it.
Oh boy. Well, while Glitch is looking for the Morbid Way face, I'm tempted to put that as the thumbnail for this podcast.
It keeps saving.
That'd be funny.
I don't think... Okay, I'm trying to find this. I'm trying to save the image, and it's
Nora,
like...
are you on a story quest right now?
Yes.
Nice.
So we have the Deep Dungeon, we have the Loperates. What else stood out about 6.35?
Hildibrand.
Hildy, yes, thank you.
Hildibrand.
So I haven't started that yet.
Me neither. I was only kind of interested in that. I knew I'd get around to it eventually, and then I saw Lucy running around with her paladin sword and shield, and I was like, okay, I guess I gotta do it now.
Yeah, I need to get my last 500 tombstones so I can get my glowy.
So does it actually glow now?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, I thought so. The first real like true step besides the other step, but it's still pretty simple. You just have to get the astronomy right.
Finish the Hildy quest and then get 1500 astronomy.
Okay,
yeah, there's a new Hildy story, or as some of us like to call it, the true MSQ.
The true MSQ, yeah. I see Hildy and I see relics, and it's just no brainer for me.
Right.
I don't even know where to say about the new.
Oh, let me send it to Reika directly.
Okay,
But not...
I'm gonna see this again. It's been a while. Oh my god, yeah, that's right. Okay.
It's so good.
Nothing can prepare me for seeing that. Like, this is gonna be in my dreams tonight. I should use that as the thumbnail for this episode. That'd be amazing.
What is it?
It's the Morbing Way on Godbird's body.
Way.
Oh my god.
You should send it to Mist, Glitch.
I will.
I want to hear his reaction.
I'm not trying
to
Nothing can prepare you for this, Mist.
I'm not trying to know exactly what this picture is. And that picture may be responsible for the stupidest thing I ever allowed myself to do.
Wow.
Which was?
That's touching quite a record here.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
Allowing the FC to name one of my ships in Star Trek Online.
Oh, that's right!
Oh, God.
That's right. Did we have like the Ranch Cruiser 9000 or something?
The Morbing Way, the USS Morbing Way is still in my fleet dock.
Yeah, Morbing Way.
So you have a ship that reminds you of this cursed image every time.
The fact also that's a super dreadnought that's actually a good stat roll just makes it worse.
What's the name of the Voyager ship down in the hangar? That's got the weird name that everybody always comments on.
The Delta Flyer?
No, it's I think Faye was launching it one time, and everybody was like, "The heck is that ship called?"
Oh, is it the Yeet Canyon or the Flap Flap?
Oh,
Cannon and the Super Majestic Sea Flap.
Yep, it was the Flap Flap. Everybody was like, "Wait, what did that say?"
Glitch here.
Yep.
Those are both Glitch, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah.
We've had some funny names for a while. We haven't actually done an airship naming contest in quite a minute. We usually do that every couple of years, so we have a couple of years of the whatever names get chosen. As you can see, some very interesting names got chosen, and we have the Super Majestic Sea Flap as an airship in our FF14 Free Company.
I'm still annoyed that's an airship and not a submarine.
Gathers our loot and things like that, and helps supply tabards and other buffs and fun stuff for the community. Funny thing about it was it's based on the original Majestic Flap, which was the original name of a previous one, and I believe that was the inspiration for the Super Majestic Sea Flap, like 2.0 or something. And it's funny because the original Majestic Flap was one of our first airships, and we just couldn't change the name for so long. It was hilarious. And we've had some funny ones.
Artist right here, Glitchy. Give us some flap lore.
God.
Super Majestic Sea Cannon, or what, the other one, or Pegasus Yeet Cannon was the other one.
Yes, the Pegasus Yeet Cannon.
That's amazing.
Yeah, Pegasus Yeet Cannon and Supreme.
So give us the lowdown, Glitchy. What is the Super Majestic Sea Flap 2.0?
The Super Majestic Sea Flap 2.0 was a submarine that was built in an interesting way. and it was supposed to camouflage with the wildlife. So what they chose was the shape of what? I don't remember. Oh no, I can't remember the name of the creature. Crap. Mantis? No, not
Are you
mantis.
trying to say manta ray?
Yes, that's it.
Mantis.
And then it took down 20 billion Garlean ships because with Ranch.
Okay, are you making this up on the spot?
Yes.
Because that's pretty funny. Okay, I was gonna say like did she actually write this out somewhere, or is it a
No, I'm
spot
just
hilarious?
Listen, Glitch doesn't write anything out. Glitch just does.
Yeah.
It's what I do.
The shape of
this
a
on a
manta
daily
ray and took out Garlean ships with ranch cannon or something.
Ranch.
Yeah. And the
you know what?
Pegasus Cannon Supreme
Uh-huh.
is
What is it known for?
me crawling into its cannon and accidentally launching myself into the sea with it.
Hey, that works. Yeah, you could always cast a meteor on the way out or something.
Yeah, she's the cat Pegasus, so she's the Pegasus that was Jotun.
It's literally getting
Yeeted. However, we're past tensing it now.
Jotun?
So-
Those grammar fans in the chat here, give us in the comments, what is the past tense of yeet?
The past tense of yeet is Jotun. Yeah.
Yeet?
You
Yoted?
yote something. You yote something, or it was Jotun.
Jotunheim?
It was Yoda.
Yes.
It was Yoda.
Yoted?
Oh my god.
Oh my god.
I love this.
I just start making me sing the Weird Al Yoda song, but with yoded instead of Yoda. Yoded. Okay, so interesting thing that you mentioned Ranch, because this is a perfect time for a little imaginary gif of a loperate named Segway to come up and segue into it's Ranch National Ranch Day. Woo. I can't. I had no idea. Like I looked
Don't
at.
forget to call your mothers, everyone.
Exactly. Yeah. It's very important. It's a very serious day. I happened to
the Hidden Valley.
look at the internet and notice that I saw something from the Hidden Valley Twitter, which I follow religiously, and sometimes does like my tweets. Just putting that out there.
Mm-hmm.
And it said National Ranch Day, and I couldn't believe it. So I said this is a very, very important day, and I had to share it with Azure. And here's the awesome part. Here's the awesome part. Right now, as of this recording, it is March 10th. In 10 days, at select stores, you'll be able to find Hidden Valley Ranch ice cream at select Walmarts.
Oh boy.
Would anybody here try that?
Everything.
Yeah, I
No.
tried.
I mean, I'll try. I will be really disappointed with my life choices.
Listen, if I buy a jug of that, I'm going to put it in a catapult and launch it at the sun.
You're gonna yeet cannon it.
Exactly.
Yeah, so the next one will be the Ranch Yeet Cannon, okay.
It will have been Jotun.
Yeah,
Yoted.
Gonna get yoted.
Jotuned ranch.
I like the yoted.
Yote the ranch.
I like with the two EDs at the back.
What about
Yoted.
yited? It got yited. Youted?
Yudit's not bad. I think I like yoted.
Yited?
I'm gonna stick with yoted in my head canon.
Yitted? Yotted.
Yeah, yeeted, because isn't that what
Yoted?
Asmongold says? You got yeeted and deleted.
So, what's the best thing to put ranch on? I mean, personally, I think it's pizza, but
Pizza's good.
or spaghetti. I mean,
I gotta be basic and just go with like a bomb ass salad.
okay.
I would go with
Okay.
wings. Wings.
Wings is good.
Yeah,
Really hot
I gotta
wings.
I gotta roll with Osh here. I just, by sheer accident, ended up having ranch with my Chili's dinner tonight, and yeah, it was fried chicken works. Fried chicken works.
Yeah, and right next to those wings, you got the celery. I'm gonna turn down some celery and ranch.
Celery, carrots, baby carrots and ranch. There you go.
Oh yeah.
I eat that too.
See, I tend to use ranch with some foods that that the Jedi would not tell you about.
Well, I'm from the Midwest. I'm from the Midwest originally, so try me.
Oh yeah, I was about to say, same here. Like, no, we put ranch on everything back there.
Everything. It's weird when you don't put ranch on stuff.
Well, see, like
it's chili with ranch on it. Why? Because we can.
Oh yeah, yeah. Well, I like putting sour cream in my chili, like sometimes, but
that's good too.
Ranch is pretty good. See, the nice thing about like things with tomatoes or like spaghetti, you know, you have this warm bowl of spaghetti with warm tomato sauce, and then you put the cool layer of ranch on top. You know, it's just so good.
I can see like a little drizzle. Yeah,
and
I just threw up in my mouth a little bit.
No, I'm talking like an inch thick layer across the whole top.
No, see,
like,
no.
And you know what? One time I said
put Italian dressing on my spaghetti, but that's about it.
I could see that being pretty good. One time
I grabs fistfuls of spaghetti and shoves it into a bucket of ranch.
No, it's not that bad.
That's
it's more like
the noodles.
It goes into a bowl and then it gets poured, you know, half a Hidden Valley bottle on top. But no, okay, maybe not half. Funny thing was, I mentioned this in the FC chat one time, and good old Mima in the chat, Noir.
Shout out to Mima.
Shout out to Mima. Said that the true way to have ranch and spaghetti is actually to like just, you know, put it in there and then like swirl it around and like almost like you're blending it until it becomes like a nice creamy orange color.
No.
I can see it.
The silence that came after that.
Honestly, that's the thing. I can see that maybe tasting okay, but like the aftermath is not going to be pretty. You're going to be hating yourself a couple hours later.
I saw Osh go muted right when I said that.
Yeah, I dry heaved.
I actually like and Johnny, close your ears. I like pineapple and pepperoni pizza with ranch and sriracha.
Oh, that's good.
Actually sounds good.
You've also had pizza with potatoes on it, Glitch.
That's still very much like in the realm of normalcy. You know what I mean? Like that's more acceptable than like what some of the things that I say sometimes. But what about like some ranchception? What do you guys like? Some ranch ice cream with ranch on it? Like,
oh god!
Anybody?
God, I knew this was gonna come up.
Anybody?
The second I saw that.
Like a chocolate syrup.
Yeah,
like people put like the chocolate or the strawberry syrup.
Just straight up like Hidden Valley
some ranch
on some ranch ice cream.
Reika's just straight up praying for the day they give us ranch magic shell.
All right, I have an idea, and it's gonna be crazy. Ironically, talking about magic shell. What if you mixed the magic shell with Frank's Red Hot, had some like spicy, like some like sweet fried chicken, and you had it like on top of ranch ice cream?
So fried
That
chicken
seems
and ice cream?
Urban Midwest,
That sounds
Fried
like a
chicken,
bomb ass
ranch
like
ice
food truck
cream.
item.
right?
Fried chicken, ice cream, red hot ranch?
Yep.
Yeah.
Like,
I don't
yeah.
know if I want like meat in my dairy, except for the exception of like meatballs and ranch. But I mean,
are you down for the cricket ice cream?
And no, I'm good on that. I'm good on that. I'm good on the other stuff that I've seen from Japan, like frog ice cream and cactus ice cream and all that stuff, like salmon ice cream.
And in Germany, they got those weird ones too.
I was like, cactus ice cream is actually really good.
Probably, yeah. I just haven't tried it.
It's kind of it's not super sweet, but it's really crisp. Like it's like
you tried
refreshing.
it?
Like
It's almost like a cucumber, huh?
Yeah, kind of.
Is there like needles in it?
No, it's agave. Like
it's just the meat.
I could just see somebody like trying to eat it, like, oh god, and, like blood coming out.
So who's making the? Is this like Breyers? Is this like Ben and Jerry? Who's making the ranch ice cream?
Wait, there was a name.
Don't tell me it's Great Value.
No. I mean, Great Value is pretty great, but
we know how the top box.
I have the picture right here. Okay, it's limited edition. Van Leeuwen.
Oh, Van Leeuwen.
Van Leeuwen. I don't know what that is, but
Are
they like
they're making it? It might actually be halfway good.
it's in the general chat on Discord.
Okay. Are they making like are they like a regional, like dairy place? Because in the Pacific Northwest we have Tillamook. I never heard of Tillamook till I came up here. But
I
in
know
the Midwest we have
Tillamook,
Dean and stuff like that.
I just saw the most interesting Twitter.
Wait, so what am I looking for?
In the general chat, if you scroll up just slightly, there's a ranch ice cream.
Oh.
So two things that have made my day on Twitter is
it's in People Magazine. I see it here.
Is Larry Star posting lo-fi Allegan beats to subjugate ancient star dragons to?
Nice.
So
nice little lo-fi
Is that actually
joke.
a legit playlist though? Like I need some new lo-fi. I need some new lo-fi. I'd be down.
I think that this would be a good lo-fi for like going down into Eureka Orthos. I haven't been yet.
Do you guys know what other day it is today?
Mario Day.
It's Mario Day. 3:10.
Yep.
That's the time of this recording. So not only is it's two great things. It's Ranch Day and Mario Day. So you eat some ranch and play some Mario.
Well, before we
on
move
your spaghetti.
I'm looking. That's true. I'm looking at the ranch. Why is it brown? I figured it'd be like it would look like a
in the picture.
Yeah.
To me, it's like a light green color.
Yeah, what's up with that?
I have no idea.
Thinking it would look like Breyer's vanilla ice cream. You'd be like white with the little dots in it, like the regular ranch.
No, good ranch should be slightly like
tinted,
egg
slightly
yolky color. Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. It's got like a weird tannish, greenish, tannish thing.
Ooh, it's got chips around it. Actually dipping chips in it. That might be interesting.
Oh,
I'm gonna try it.
Get some like nice salty and sweet together, maybe. Salty and sweet, and also ranch. Like
some of those Hawaiian like sweet barbecue chips in this.
Maybe. Yeah. If you're listening to our podcast,
tortilla chips.
Definitely let us know if you would try the ranch ice cream or not. We need to know these things.
I'm down. I'm trying it.
If it's at our local Walmart, I'm gonna have to try it.
Yeah, I think it's worth trying.
I'm gonna hate myself for this decision, but hey, whatever. That's a problem for future me.
So, who here plays Mario?
All of us, I'm assuming.
Yeah,
at least at some point in our lives.
I'm assuming.
I haven't really played too many of the newer ones, but yes, I do Mario for sure. Mario Brothers 2 is probably one of my favorite games of all time.
Nice.
That's not even a Mario game. I have to say it.
I know, and I think that's why I like it so much.
Oh my god.
It's really good. It's really good. I don't fault people for liking it. I just had to be that
Which
guy.
game is this?
Mario 2.
Mario Brothers 2.
There's really what Doki Doki Panic or something.
Yep.
Yeah, I think that's why I like it.
So we are just a little under a month away from the movie coming out, the official Mario Brothers movie. Finally, they're making a movie that's authentic to Mario instead of whatever that was that we got live action long ago.
hey, that was still goaded because it had Bob Hoskins in it.
Oh man, but as a kid though, like I was so disappointed because I was just like, why are the Goombas so weird looking and yeah. But April 5th, that's the official release date for the Mario Brothers movie, and there's been a lot of thought behind the actors. Chris Pratt being
for the most part.
Mario.
Pratt being Mario.
Doesn't sound too bad to me. I know that the original voice, Charles Martinet, is giving him coaching lessons on it, or gave him coaching lessons on it. So it's not like he didn't get to be involved. I just don't understand to this day why Hollywood just kind of like overlooks video game voice actors completely.
Ego.
Oh, that's a super iconic voice, but we'll go with one of our actors.
Well, one having Charles Martinet do the entire thing would just be terrible. Like Mario's voice is good when it's like
It's all
I
ego.
thought of that once. Yeah.
I went to film school twice, and the entire reason why I never went into Hollywood and stuff like that was because through the process of learning how all that stuff's made, and having instructors that did work on like some legit stuff and like knew what they were talking about, it's just all too ego driven, and just having like second and third hand experiences with actual studios and things like that, it was just like I would last a month here and get blacklisted because I would. I wouldn't fit in here.
The wrong way.
One day I just wouldn't care and just say the thing. And
in Hollywood?
Yeah. Yep. And that would have been years ago, over a decade ago. That would have been.
I would say part of the reason I've been hearing people say like Chris Pratt was a good voice choice for this is because he's not going to start off as Mario. He's going to be some guy who becomes Mario. That's why people are like, I don't know who Mario is, but every other character knows who each other are. Like, everybody knows who Mario is in the trailer, but Mario's like, who are you? Like,
Lol.
Interesting.
That's more ego stuff to me. They're like, we'll take the story and spin it, and we'll put our own little twist on it, and then Mario won't be Mario until stuff like that. I would have got fired for being like, what are you talking about? I would have been in the meme. I would have been the guy who got thrown out the window.
Yeah. If you want to see like strange Mario movies, look at the 1993 one.
That's what we were talking about.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah,
with Bob Hoskins and Johnny Legs. Yeah.
Did you see Jack Black as Bowser?
Did you see that thing about the
Seth Rogen Donkey Kong? Yes, I saw that. He's dressed up as Bowser on there.
he came out dressed as Bowser, wearing like a costume,
like a full-on suit,
just flopping around. So they had to censor it live on TV.
Hold on. So. Hold on, let me look. I didn't know this. Seth Rogen is Donkey Kong.
Yeah, Seth Rogen's Donkey Kong. Fred Armisen is Cranky Kong. Keegan-Michael Key is Toad, and Charlie Day is Luigi.
I love Charlie Day. Anything he does is gold.
Anya Taylor-Joy is Peach, and let me see who else is on the list here.
Seth Rogen is also topical as far as video game movies go, because of that new Ninja Turtles trailer that came out. Yeah, and people did not really too much care for it. And he tried to play the victim on it real quick, and you're just shaking your head. More ego.
I don't know. I think in Seth Rogen's case that he's actually trying to do something with properties he likes, and just people don't like it the way he does. Not like, they don't like it as much as he does. He has different opinions on a property he likes.
Well, that's the thing, though. I mean, it's Ninja Turtles. Like, to a certain point, kind of keep your opinion to yourself and just make a Ninja Turtles movie because people want to see Ninja Turtles.
Ninja Turtles a bunch of times, so I'm not faulting him for this one. Like,
it's true, but still, if you're gonna do it this big, it's Ninja Turtles, man. Like, just make a Ninja Turtles movie.
I'm still hoping that we get the Darkwing Duck spin-off from DuckTales that Seth Rogen was trying to push.
I would like to see that. But I kind of want to wait until like the dust settles right now because right now they're facing the music that they haven't been making very good movies the last few years. So I want that to settle a little bit.
Plus series.
We'll see. Because I do want to see that, but not in its current state how it would come out now.
I mean, I think it would be good. They wanted to have a lot of the people from the DuckTales reboot on the show.
That was a fantastic cartoon.
And it was amazing. Yeah. One of my favorite, more recent cartoons is the DuckTales reboot.
Definitely.
They used the moon theme, damn it. Like,
yeah.
It's probably a hot take to think that Chris Pratt should not be Mario, Charlie Day should. Because he's voiced Mario.
Do you think so?
He's Luigi, right?
Yeah, he's Luigi.
Yeah, he's Luigi.
Okay. Well, I'm going to reserve final judgment until I see the whole thing, because everything else about that movie looks spot on.
Usually, like what I like to do as well, just give it a chance and see.
I mean, I'll still watch it.
I shared a couple pictures in the chat there where some people were actually comparing the shots of 7 Remake and the Mario movie.
Oh my god!
I couldn't find like another one that actually shows them like facing them, but it looks like very similar.
Yeah, it does.
Also, the Bowser toy that's coming out from the Mario movie looked sick.
Which one?
There was a Bowser figure coming out.
Oh,
that's like, movie Bowser, and it's got like a mister in its mouth and an LED light, so it looks like he's breathing fire.
Okay, that's cool. That's cool.
I'm actually pretty excited for this movie. It might suck, but I don't care. There's so many people I enjoy in this movie that I'm just gonna watch it either way.
Yeah.
I'm
definitely gonna check it out.
Definitely.
Because I haven't been to the movies in a long time.
It does look entertaining, like very entertaining.
Yeah.
All right, so Destiny 2 Lightfall has been out now for a good week and a half, something like that.
We're in week 2 now.
By the way, you guys heard about the world first, right?
Yeah, I heard about
it. Somebody actually clear the world first?
Not even 3 hours.
No.
Oh
man.
The raid opened at 9 a.m. Pacific. Clear was announced at 11:26.
Yeah.
Wow.
Which apparently that's only the 4th fastest, but
interesting.
Were they using the broken strand strategy?
I didn't see the VOD, so I don't.
That
I saw a video.
Wonders one days.
I saw a video on that broken strand thing. It was funny. Yeah. So how many have all of you in here been playing Destiny, or most of you?
I have beaten Legendary campaign.
I know we have 2 of our wing commanders here with us for the wing. For the Azure wing.
I went try hard.
Often do try hard mode, yes.
It helped to beat the boss, though.
I have dabbled in Destiny 2. I got it when it first came out on PC. It ran really well. It looked really good, but I didn't stick with it. But good game. I can definitely see why you guys play it.
There wasn't a lot to do at launch. Like, I got it pretty close to launch on PS4, and if you didn't buy the really shitty first 2 DLCs, you didn't have much to do. The Red War was done in like an hour and a half, and you're just like, what?
Wow.
Yeah.
I have my
The thing with Destiny is that you gotta keep in mind is that anytime they do an expansion, yeah, there's campaign missions. Yeah, there's stuff to do in those. But the real stuff to do is what comes after.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Strike Roulette, Gambit, Crucible, Nightfall challenges.
Dying in lost sectors like I've been doing for the last 20 minutes.
Yeah, and I was going to say, a lot of that wasn't the case when the game first came out. There weren't very many other options. Like, you either had Warmind and... What was the other one?
It was... No, but they didn't back to the... what were the... No, because it was EDZ. So
it was Curse of Osiris, then Warmind.
Yeah.
I'm looking at my physical copy of Forsaken Collection, and it says on the front. Like...
Also, I think we should note that, not that this had anything to do with the content or anything with the game, but this is the first release of a Destiny pack since Sony bought them, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
So that's just something, just a note.
Well,
interesting.
They'd already finished before the purchase.
Yeah. But this is the first one that they've released since they, are away from Activision.
Yeah, true.
Yeah,
true.
and it seems like they're really quick on the uptake with, like, what they know they need to patch compared to even in the past. Like, I don't know that that's a perk from Sony or just Bungie's on their game right now, but
they've definitely been pushing patches as fast as they can as issues are identified.
Yeah,
they've been pretty good with Destiny 2, from what I can tell, kind of from the beginning as far as issuing.
but
I won't say it's really a problem, but the early Activision days, it felt a lot like the people driving behind things were more concerned with getting the new content out versus making sure the current content was stable.
Yeah.
Okay.
And so we'd have bugs rolling for like 6 or 7 seasons before they got addressed.
Yeah.
All right. Well, for me, I haven't played Lightfall. I actually don't have any of the expansions. I just got into the game not that long ago and got caught up to what would be the first playable expansion now, which I'm guessing is the Moon one.
Shadowkeep's first.
No,
Shadowkeep would be the first. Yeah, I mean, I like to play things in order. I know you don't have to all the way, but
part of the problem with even playing Shadowkeep now is like half the lead up to it is gone.
Half of what?
Half of the lead up to Shadowkeep is now gone.
Yeah.
Well, I've been trying to catch up on lore videos and stuff, so it's helping a bit. But I was going to ask for those
as it launches, you need to watch lore videos.
Yeah, I could see that with this game. For those who have played through Lightfall already, did it live up to your expectations?
No.
I will.
Okay, interesting.
Say. So, let's caveat that by saying the internet kind of pushed our expectations, well, I don't want to say to the moon because, it's not
We've
like
already
going
been
to
there.
the moon in Destiny is that.
Okay.
But, yeah.
Let's move on.
The hype cycle leading up to Lightfall launch was ridiculous.
Really hyped.
Now,
okay.
For context, coming off of the Witch Queen expansion, the previous one that was launched a year ago, that has one of the best stories Destiny has ever told, I think.
Okay, so that one's pretty good. The current one,
3 for sure.
You feel it was overhyped, the current one, Lightfall?
Oh, absolutely. People were saying this was going to be Witch Queen 2.
Okay.
And then it fell on its face, and then kind of stayed there railroading it.
Oh, boy.
Well, let's just say not every company has the story team of Final Fantasy XIV.
Okay.
Like, this is not a Shadowbringers into Endwalkers scenario at all.
Okay.
I was about to say, like, Bungie actually does have a really good lore team.
They have an amazing writing team.
The problem with this expansion was that it was supposed to be the last one in this arc, and they're like, but we're going to do the final shape after this. So it seems like they just padded this for no reason to give us, like, a nothing happens expansion.
Yeah,
Gotcha.
So the vibe of Lightfall is one of those campy 80s action movies that we all grew up with.
100%.
Okay.
Which, don't get me wrong,
how
I
so?
have those movies as a guilty pleasure. I like those, but it's not a good narrative. Don't go into Lightfall expecting a good narrative.
When you say campy 80s, like what exactly does that mean?
It's super hyper neon and like
cyberpunk-y?
the main person.
Like Knight Rider.
Yeah, it's basically Knight Rider.
Okay, so there's a lot of those themes.
The main guy you interact with through most of the expansion is just kind of like a, hey bro, what's up, man? I'm
He's literally a surfer dude.
So it's kind of like
surfer
Blood Dragon. It's kind of like Far Cry Blood Dragon.
You have the surfer dude, Blue Dragon, and then you have I am the stoic person who will be.
It's literally that cliched story of the grizzled veteran who is like the day away from retirement.
He takes you under his wing and teaches you some kind of secret or something, or training.
Not really. Not really. Not even. He's just there.
He's just there. What is he doing there?
Props to Bungie though, because Nimbus is actually intended to be non-binary.
Yeah.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, Nimbus is always referred to as they.
So I got the impression that all Cloud Striders.
No. Rohan is very explicitly referred to as he.
Okay.
All right.
But Nimbus is always they.
Yeah.
So how's the Spider-Man gameplay?
Not as fast as it should be, but it's good.
So I will caveat this by saying, with respect, your statement, you're not as far beyond the campaign as... They did the thing like they did with Stasis, where you have to unlock fragments again.
Yeah.
But,
it's just that, like, going through the campaign, people aren't going to have access to that.
Yeah.
Unless you go well out of your way to grind.
Feels amazing. There are certain builds you can do that get close enough.
Oh yeah, no, I saw you going crazy with it while we were partied up just now. Like,
yeah,
it's bad. I just thought like when they were like you could Spider-Man, that I'd actually be able to Spider-Man as opposed to fire a shot every couple of seconds.
If there's enough tangles, you can Spider-Man across the map, but the problem is finding enough tangles.
Yeah.
Does the old guy come with you? Is he Spider-Man too?
Spoilers.
We can't talk too much about that without massive spoilers.
Let's not get into the. Even though there's not much of a story, there's spoilers.
No, there's not.
I had no idea that was going to bring up like a spoiler thing. I'm playing Battleship with these questions, so I have no idea where I'm hitting and landing these.
The first cutscene of Lightfall and the last cutscene of Lightfall could have followed each other directly, and nothing would have changed.
Wow.
You literally did splice them together. I think someone did, and they are.
Yeah.
Okay, so the story is so-so and all, but
It's fun. It's hella
is there
fun.
any gameplay that stands out to you guys?
Oh, the new season.
I am enjoying the hell out of Strand. I don't care what anyone says. I am actually like once you get a
Strand
good
is the
new ability class.
okay.
Yeah.
Is that is that the Spider-Man power?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, I get it now. All right, awesome.
Yeah, Strand is really fun. The battlegrounds we're getting for the new season are really fun.
Yeah.
And the gameplay is probably the tightest it's ever been. So
I'm gonna be honest. I'm also just loving having a holiday back in the spotlight again.
Yes.
Yes.
Amanda being up in the spotlight is awesome.
Amanda's always an amazing character. They need to do more with her.
Yes.
But like the story not so good. The gameplay awesome. It's still worth buying, guys. Like it's only gonna get better.
Yeah, because you got all the post-expansion content, right?
Oh yeah, we just got the raid today, but
cool.
people beat it in 3 hours.
Race to Worlds first, and I'm not aware of anyone in the wing actually is going for contest mode this time around, but if you are, best of luck. Hope you get the drops you want.
Yeah, I was about to ask, so what does Lightfall bring for our wing exactly? Like, what will we be looking forward to in the Azure Destiny 2 wing going forward?
So far,
I mean, really just Battlegrounds.
Mm-hmm.
Well, there's Battlegrounds. There's
exotic rotation.
Okay.
True. Oh, the new exotic.
Both the new exotic, but also exotic rotation, which is going to come either next season or the season after.
Yeah, but it's not there yet.
True.
It's not here
as
yet.
of right now. I would say Battlegrounds, the new raid, the secret dungeon.
The secret dungeon is fantastic.
Secret dungeon.
Sounds cool.
Secret dungeon.
So is generally like a list of people in the wing pretty caught up to the current stuff, or?
Those who have Lightfall, which.
Okay.
I think I'm probably the furthest behind in Lightfall, and I'm still mostly done with stuff. So.
Okay. Cool. That's wing activity every Tuesday, 6 p.m. PST.
Yep. Which this week it's kind of hard to say exactly what Season 20 has in store for the wing, just because, so we had Lightfall launch last week, so it was just kind of casual cafe while everyone did the campaign. Then, just before the wing activity on
this past Tuesday, we got word of the secret dungeon.
Okay.
So that was a really neat challenge.
That entire dungeon is so cheeky with the bosses.
How so?
So, have you seen the new Animaniacs show on Hulu?
Not yet, actually.
The song from the first episode very much explains it.
Okay.
Nora heard my shouts and are you freaking kidding me in voice chat?
Yes.
I don't want to spoil it for people, but brush up on your year 1 D2 strikes is all I'll say.
And you also keep bringing up Excalibur from Soul Eater.
And there's a reason for that. I'm not going to say anything further.
Oh, I know. I'm just giving people something to look forward to.
Yes.
I went to New York. Excalibur.
Alrighty. Well, was there anything that we wanted to include about Destiny before we move on, or?
Let's see. I mean, so far we'll have, as far as our regular wing activities, we shall definitely see. I'm sure a lot of it will ultimately fall into that usual pattern of doing things. Although
there's the banana announcement.
Oh yeah. Unfortunately, Bungie announced yesterday that Iron Banana got pushed back because there's a weird bug affecting PvP.
I got it.
Oh, really?
So I've actually encountered this. It is the stupidest thing.
You've seen it. I haven't seen the bug myself yet. I just know it exists.
Iron Banana?
Eating Iron Banner.
Oh.
We call it Iron Banana.
But so there's a glitch that can occur in the new modes of Crucible, where if you are killed by an acceleration event, like killed by the Architects or Misadventure, you may respawn in as a no hitbox.
Wow.
So your character does not appear at all. You're
Oh my gosh.
But you can still kill things.
Wow.
Yeah. You appear like you're like what you do when you first load in before your textures load. Just kind of ghosty. And you see that, but other people don't.
See, that's what I call...
actually loads you in like that?
Yeah.
That's what I call becoming
And it
one
glitches your
with the
hitbox.
ranch.
But no, so because of that, they've pushed. Lightfall was going to be this Tuesday, which is the 14th. Instead, it'll be the 21st. But what that means is we're going to have Banner on the 21st to the 28th, and then first week of April.
Okay, and so the Iron Banner thing,
between,
I got a question. Is that like something that I mean, is that like equivalent to like a PvP season or like?
It's PvP.
It's PvP and it's special event PvP with like special rules, special
And it
mechanics,
comes and goes.
drops.
There's special like times it comes and then it goes
Yep.
away for a while. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I know a lot of our audience is familiar with FF14. Has probably heard of the Revival PvP guys.
Mhm.
They is who have basically single-handedly made Rival Wings actually happen most of the time on every data center.
Yep.
Iron Banner is kind of like that. It only happens, I think they're doing twice a season now because that's when Bungie lets it actually exist in the game. But it's that sort of special PvP mode where they try different things. They give some extra sweet loot.
Yeah, there's some weird mechanics, but the weapons are awesome.
Got this past season, let's go.
They're trying to do more though with Valis Forge. We need more story from that.
Yeah.
Yeah, agreed. But yeah, Iron Banner is basically Crucible with extra steps.
Yeah, pretty much. It's like that middle ground between the Crucible and the Trials of Osiris.
Yeah.
Which, I don't know about y'all. I think I'm probably going to go flawless right before the servers get shut down for good. Like that's pretty much how good at PvP I am.
That's
terrible at it.
One we have, except like E and Wet probably.
Yeah, I did a couple Iron Banner matches. One time I had no idea what I was doing though. I just saw it said Iron Banner and I was like, hey, I kind of recognize that from Talk Amongst the Wing. So I tried it and played some rounds and it was fun, but I had no idea like how it worked or.
Oh.
Even it was gone by the next time I got back in there.
I was saying, even if you get your absolute shit pushed in, there's still an advantage to doing Iron Banner. Like you can get some gear that's unique from Iron Banner.
Also, almost every drop is guaranteed to be a powerful drop.
Oh,
yeah. So
okay. So there's a lot of benefits. Okay,
that's right. It does drop it powerful. Yeah.
Yeah. So
okay.
even if your roll on it sucks, you can use it to upgrade something else.
Yep.
So
That's how
once
Destiny works with the infusion system.
Once we know that's coming back, it's a good idea to let the wing know, and then we would do some of that during our wing events.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Okay, that's cool.
Is up. We always do.
We all.
How often does it come back?
So
Twice, like
2 to 3 times
weeks every 3 months.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. All right, that's cool. Well, before
I'll be missing the. Oh, go ahead.
That's okay. Go ahead.
I was gonna say I'll probably be missing our 24-mans once Iron Banner comes back. I'll show up for actual Destiny Wing shit.
Yeah, that's the thing in Final Fantasy XIV, our Azure 24-man Tuesdays events. So currently we're on the second raid of the Endwalker 24-man Alliance raids, and we some in our community might have noticed recently we changed our grouping method back to single party groups. One of the big reasons for this, and we were going to actually like mention this at the assembly because we didn't really have like a major announcement cover this. We kind of just talked about it one week in game after the other one, but we pulled back from using the party finder method for now. Sorry. I like almost choked on air for a second.
No.
We pulled back the Party Finder method for now because we're a few months into this content and just not a lot of folks are needing it as often. So instead of making everybody wait forever with Party Finder, we're just going to do single party groups and attempt to queue together. clear would be good too, and so that's one thing I wanted to mention, that we did change that recently. So grouping does begin in the yard now for our Alliance Raids events on Tuesdays. But as you said, Osh, it also is a great idea to check out the Destiny Wing on Tuesday, which runs very close in time to our 24-man raid event in FF14. And,
it starts a little earlier.
Pop over to one or the other sometime and check out Iron Banner while that's up, because that's not always up. That's a good idea too. Yeah. And like I said, we are doing those single party groups, so we're not. I mean, we love to see as many attendees as possible to our events, but we're not like starving to complete a Party Finder for an Alliance raid at this point, because we move back to single party grouping for it. So one thing I was gonna say here before we end this episode is there was one release that I heard about this week that I was super excited for. I have a feeling there's at least a couple other people here who are also excited for it too. Finally, after all these years, I want to say it's been like maybe 15, 16 years, maybe more actually. We finally got the announcement that Dragon Ball Z Budokai Tenkaichi 4 is actually coming out. Yes!
Yeah, my
Finally!
son was telling me about that today. He was stoked.
Finally! Like, this is the sequel to... sorry, go ahead. What were you saying?
I was going to say, I wish it was Budokai 4, but I will take Tenkaichi 4.
Yeah, I mean, we got Ultimate Tenkaichi, and that that didn't live up to the expectations, but this is like literally Tenkaichi 4. It's direct sequel to 3. I'm really hoping that they consider, how 3 was, and then make a good sequel to that, instead of trying like something super new all the way around and just calling it Tenkaichi 4. Which I'm afraid of happening, because a lot of stuff does that nowadays.
I was about to say, we had this discussion the other night about how, like, Ultimate Alliance 3 came out, and we're just like, no.
Oh my god, yeah. And it was only on Nintendo for some reason.
Yeah, it was only on the Switch for some reason.
Yeah. Remember Budokai 2? That they turned it into a freaking board game?
Yeah, the board game, yeah.
The board game was awesome, and also it had...
Yeah, it was kind of fun,
I think Budokai 2 was my favorite because it had the what if fusions.
Yeah, you could have a Krillin Cell fusion.
Were the first couple ones of those on like the 360 and stuff, right?
PS2.
The first couple were on PS2.
Okay.
Yeah, Budokai 1 through 3, and then Tenkaichi 1 through 3 is on PS2.
That said, Budokai 1 and 3, like not Tenkaichi, but Budokai 1 and 3, were also on the 360 because there was the HD remaster.
Yeah, it was kind of interesting.
They did PS3 and PS.
They did do that remaster, and they did put 1 and 2, not 3, on GameCube. No, on GameCube.
Oh,
they put 1 and 2 only on GameCube. Yes. They left 3 off GameCube, and then they put 3 on the Wii. So for Tenkaichi,
motion controls, and it was weird.
I can't imagine playing Tenkaichi 3 on the Wii, but yeah, Tenkaichi 4. Actually happening. It's pretty awesome. It really is Tenkaichi 4. So with the roster of characters that we have now after Dragon Ball Super has been out for so long, that's a lot of additional characters that I hope to see. And Tenkaichi's known for having a pretty big roster. So
Kui, right?
Huh?
You can play as Kui, right?
Yeah. It's going to be interesting. So there is that. I still got to see the new movie. I'm not as big of a Dragon Ball fan as I was when I was a lot younger, but the series holds a huge special place in my heart, and I loved the games so much. Tenkaichi 3 is the one that got all my attention. I played them all. I played all the Budokais, but Tenkaichi 3, I think is because I was just obsessed with like the flying around fighting style. And
being able to like throw people through buildings and mountains and stuff. Yeah.
Believe it or not, I have Xenoverse 1 and 2, Kakarot, and Fighter Z like sitting here next to me, and I haven't touched any of them. So like I need to catch up on my DBZ games before.
Fighters is goated. It's an art system work, a DBZ game.
I do know a lot about it. A lot of our events have had Fighters tournaments and stuff, and I kept calling it Fighter Z for a long time, but
Fighter Z, I still call it that. Yeah.
Yeah, Fighter Z, Fighters, like either one. Like
I have a funny story regarding Budokai 3.
Oh yeah, what's that?
So I had invited my mom to play with me. I was like, because it was just, it's just a fighting game. But surely my mother would be able to play this, right? Mm-hmm. She chooses Goten. I chose Broly.
Oh no!
But my mom is like, "Oh, why are you beating him up, Glitch?" And then I'm like, "That's my job." And then
that's my job.
Then I did the like super attack where you like Broly blows up like half the earth, and my mom's like, "Glitch, I ain't playing with you no more. You blew up half the earth." And I'm like, "It's only half of it. You
only
blew
half
up the earth."
Well, what some supers that destroyed the entire planet.
What a combination! Yeah. Little Goten. Was it at least Super Saiyan Goten? Like.
No.
Goten.
Well, yeah, you do start out as a normal Saiyan, but you could have the option to pick the Super Saiyans in one of the games.
In Tenkaichi, you could start as Super Saiyan, and Budokai, you always start as base form and have to transform up based on your key gauges.
That's right.
And it drained your key to be Super Saiyan, so it was like kind of a trade-off. I'm more powerful and my moves got stronger and changed, but I'm also constantly losing key. Yeah. So
it was really funny to just like watch my mom look in shock as I blew up half the world.
I know, Broly too.
Like, you just nuked a child into the planet. I'm like, you don't know the power of that child.
You just nuked a child.
Well, I mean, he did piss on him.
I mean, Goten did fight against Broly.
Yeah, and he peed on him.
Yeah.
that attacker his little feelings.
Yeah, it'd be funny if that was part of like a cutscene where like he gets peed on, so he becomes an even higher like level of Super Saiyan out of his anger. Yeah, still got to see the new movie though. Looks pretty good.
Yeah,
Piccolo's new form.
I haven't seen superheroes.
Yeah.
The last one I saw was
Carrot Colo and Silver Gohan. I don't know.
What was the last one you saw, Glitch?
It's Resurrection F.
Oh yeah.
That was the thing that led to Super being a thing.
Yeah. I still gotta watch the Broly one.
Oh, the Broly movie's phenomenal.
Yeah, I've heard. It's been on back burner for me for like forever. I don't know why. But
I'm not even like a huge DBZ guy anymore, but the Broly movie is 100% worth watching.
I'll always love DBZ. I just have trouble like keeping up with all the stuff they've been coming out with now. I was so used to like there being nothing new for a long time.
Yeah, no new content, but a game that covers content that already happened. All right, cool.
Yeah, a new game every now and then that would retell the story with always some what if chapters or whatever, and then yeah. Now there's like,
and then there's like
more than I can even catch up with.
And then there's like the if you like remember VHS Dragon Ball Z Broly movie, I think it was. No, wait, it was the Cooler movie. It was I think that had
with the rock music.
Disturbed.
Yeah. There was several of them. Lord Slug had like Stupefy in it from Disturbed, and like Deftones and some other stuff, and then the Cooler movie. Yeah, those were so good though. Like I loved them adding that music to it. It fits so well, in my opinion.
It was surprising how well some of that worked,
Oh my god, like we were watching Lord Slug and like the clouds are coming in, the world's getting dark, and it looks like the world's ending, and like Stupefy comes on, and they're like fighting, and it's just like, I don't know, it gives me chills thinking about it, because as a kid I was just like, this is the most awesome thing in the world. And I was always a fan of the Bruce Faulkner soundtrack instead of the original.
Oh, and the Faulkner soundtrack was especially like the Majin Buu theme. Oh my god!
I mean, just all those like Vegeta's theme song, like just all those good songs, and I never heard the original until I was like way older. And if you know like old school shonen music is like really like hoppy,
it's got a lot of horns in it for no reason.
They're powering up, and it's just kind of like, well, where's my really cool like rock and serious edgy like sounds, And I just really feel like the English voice acting and the English music, there's never been another anime at all that I've ever supported the English version of that much besides DBZ. I love the English DBZ so much.
Oh, I was going to say Cowboy Bebop.
Oh, okay. That's another great example. That's another great example.
As much as I love the Japanese voice acting cast, they fucking slayed, but like...
Oh my god.
When it really comes down to it, the English cast is the cast for Bebop to me.
Have I ever told you guys the story of the final Bebop episode and the Man of 1,000 Deaths?
I haven't seen that anime, so...
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so I got one story to tell you guys and tell our listeners here before we end. It's really funny. So there's this guy in the industry. His name is Jonathan Osborne. I don't know if you guys know him, but he comes to Fanomicon San Jose quite often. He's been coming for like decades. And this guy, he is hilarious. You can't like go to any of his panels without almost like busting your gut laughing. Like, he's always funny. He's extremely talented individual.
Yeah.
Just this big funny guy that loves Nutter Butters, and if you bring him a Nutter Butter, he will do a dying voice acting for you. Like, he'll die for you in voice acting.
Yeah.
And the really the really funny part is that's his specialty. He's known as the Man of 1,000 Deaths because he specializes in dying noises, you know, like all that, like always dying in shows and movies and anime and stuff and games. And so this one time, the first time I met him, I was just amazed by this individual. I was like, he's so funny. And I said, next year I'm gonna bring like a box, like a crate of Nutter Butters, and see if I can get him to die like even more extreme than last time. And so like he had the big panel room that year, and I brought him like this huge box of Nutter Butters. This guy literally flung himself off the stage. Like, he's that dedicated. He is that dedicated. He flew back in his chair and was like screaming and fell off the stage. And like the whole crowd was just like laughing. He had to be there.
I actually saw that video.
Did you see a video of that?
Yeah.
Okay, so whatever con that he flew off the stage, like choking and dying, like that was me. It should have been at Fanime, but if it wasn't, I wouldn't be surprised that other people haven't tried the same, because
I think it was Fanime, yeah.
Jonathan Osborne, and his nickname is Man of 1,000 Deaths. I don't know if he still uses that nickname all the time, but his name is Jonathan Osborne. He's kind of a tall guy. Last time I saw him, he was kind of like balding, and he had like long Viking hair and like a big beard, and he's so funny to watch and listen to. And he told us an amazing story. He told us two stories. One was a Fushigi Yugi story. If you remember Fushigi Yugi, it's an old classic. I can't remember that story word for word, but it had something to do with him and somebody else arguing in the background while they were recording, and it made it into the actual official show. Yeah, into the dub. But the other story that got me really good, that it's more of a fun fact story, was the fact that he was hired to be every person that died in the final episode of Cowboy Bebop when Spike is on his way up to Vicious at the end. Yeah. And every every voice you hear is him dying. And he gave us like a perfect like recreation of that in the panel room. And from that day forward, like, he became one of my favorite guys at that con.
he's amazing because like he even has uncredited work and things because he just dies all the time. The hero's getting injured or whatever, but we don't want to risk their voice sounding like that, bringing him to go, right?
Yeah, exactly. Well, yeah, because like if you like, the more you scream, like I've heard some of the Dragon Ball voice actors talk about this a lot.
Where Sean literally passed out trying to go Super Saiyan 3.
Yeah, like they've really pushed themselves, and then it's like it could take days for their throats to recover, and so he's the guy. He's the guy for any dying, and I thought it was really funny because when I first met him, I think it was 20. I was 19 actually. This was 2009 when I first met him, and a couple years later is when I was like, oh, he's coming back, huh? Well, oh, you give him a Nutter Butter, he dies. Well, what happens when I bring a box? I was trying to push it and see how much he could die, and so he died. Not really, but he died for us, and it was pretty hilarious. And that's my Jonathan Osborne story. But fun fact, he's the guy that's every voice in the end of Cowboy Bebop. So you mentioned Cowboy Bebop, reminded me of him, and just another crazy industry story.
It's like, what do you do for a living? I die.
Exactly.
When you said Man of 1,000 Deaths, I thought of Yamcha. I'm sorry.
No, Yamcha only died. Yamcha only died once.
Did he?
Yeah, it's Krillin. It's Krillin that dies all the
time. But he dies on the inside.
Wasn't there like a thing where somebody else died in Yamcha's place? Was that like Xenoverse or something else where that happened?
There were a couple of times where in a DBZ abridged, at least, where it's like,
yeah.
I'm not the first one to die this time.
It was fighters. It was fighters where there's an alternate death scene. I think I saw on YouTube from it. But yeah, shout out to Jonathan Osborne, and that's going to be it for this episode of our podcast.
Last remark I would say is, guys, do the Relic Quest. It is a wild ride.
I will say, watch Cowboy Bebop. goddammit.
Yeah.
Yes.
I'd also like to throw Samurai Champloo in there for having good English voice acting.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, also, and the Nujabes soundtrack. Oh,
yeah.
That
Definitely.
that's what invented basically
classics.
lo-fi.
Yeah.
Rest in peace. Yeah. The whole basis of lo-fi. Yeah.
Alrighty, guys. Well, we want to thank everybody here who listened to this episode, made it all the way to the end with us. Please look forward to announcements coming soon about our Azure Spring Festival, as well as Azure Day weekend at the end of the month. A lot of fun stuff ahead. Looking forward to talking more with our community members about our patch in 6.35, and as well as continuing to see Lightfall play out in Destiny, or should I say post Lightfall content.
Yes.
And the future of our wing, always growing in activity. And we will see you all on the next episode.
Bye.